complicated our problems get, the less canceling you can do. So I did your homework. Did you know that I do that? I do your homework before I assign it to you. I did it last night, and I found it really upsetting because I was like, screw this, there's no canceling. Well, there's some, but it's very, very little. So boo-hoo for me. Welcome to fourth grade. We're going to take a quick trip to fourth grade. You don't have to write these if you remember fourth grade. I'm not lying. When they do statistical or when they do research, educational research studies, and they ask kids when they started hating math, this was it. This is it, is when you started adding and subtracting fractions. It's right here because there's a lot to this. You had to, as a little kid, know your times tables. You had to know how to reduce. You know, had to be able to do a lot of stuff at once. So a lot of kids right around now at fourth grade were like, I'm out. So I had a kid once, I taught Algebra 1, and he said, Mrs. Tarantino, I just don't do fractions. And I thought, well, you just don't pass. So there you go. Here's what. We need a common denominator, right? You know this. So awesome, I just heard Cecilia tell me it's 10. I need a number that both 2 and 5 will go into. And the easiest way to come up with that is to multiply those together. So we're going to get 10 here and 10 here. And you remembered I've got to turn this 2 into 10. So by multiplying, what would I multiply 2 by to turn it into 10? 5. So what I do to the bottom, I have to do the top out of fairness, right? That keeps it all balanced. Math is all about balance. So I get 5 here. And again, what do I do to 5 to turn it into 10? I'm going to times it by 2. What I do to the bottom, I do to the top. I get 9. And now it's just regular old adding. 4 plus 5 is 9 over 10. Life is good. Again, when you're a little kid, that's a lot. That's a lot of steps. Now, let's look at the bottom one. The easiest common denominator to come up with is 24, right? Just 4 times 6. And that's okay. But if you go bigger than you need to, you have to do more reducing at the end. It's not wrong, Aiden's watching me, it's not wrong to go bigger than you need to, but it will be wrong if you don't reduce it at the end. So for my money, I try to make it the smallest number that I can think of because I'm lazy and I don't like to do a lot of reducing. So I'm going to do this problem twice. And you don't have to write, you can just watch me blow through it. One way I can make 24 the denominator. So if I did 24 as my denominator, I'd have to times this guy by 6 and this guy by 6. So I'd get 18, and this guy by 4 and this guy by 4. So I get 4. So I'd get 22 over 24, and then I'd have to reduce it, which is 11 over 12. I knew that. I was thinking about that. Now, if I chose a smaller number that they both could go into, I could save myself a little work. Does anyone know of a good number that 4 and 6 will go into that's a little smaller? 12. You know, that's called the least common multiple. Again, that was fourth grade. You didn't love it. I'm going to times by 3 and times by 3. So I get 9. I'm going to times by 2 and times by 2. So I get 2. So look at this. I get to the answer right away. Is it wrong to do it this way? Only if you left it like this. But if you're doing these problems tonight and you think, oh my God, I picked the wrong number, I picked too big, that's okay. You'll just have to reduce. So don't be super like done, and don't not take a look at it and be like, ugh, can I reduce it? They have to be simplified. Questions? Okay, that was fourth grade. Let's now throw some letters in there. That's really all algebra does. Is it takes this, throw some letters in. Let's do it. Real quick, adding and subtracting. Here are our steps. Number 1, find the common denominator. You know that. Nice and easy. Number 2, rewrite the fractions, right? That's when you multiply the top and the bottom by the number. Number 3, then you add and subtract the numerators. Super easy. And number 4, I don't like the word simplify. You know me. I like factor, cancel, squish, right? Always make sure at the end, can I factor it? Can I cancel? Can I squish anything down, right? That's reducing. That's simplifying. So you know these steps. Nice and easy. So here we go. I got my little vacuum ready in case I need to vacuum anything. I am looking for a common denominator here. So my common denominator is some number that 4 and 6 and 12 would all fit nicely into. 12, right on. If you said 24, you could do that. You're just going to have to reduce at the end. You can even do 36 or 48 or all sorts of ones. But you will, if you can find the smallest one possible, it just saves you a little work. So 12 goes in, 12 goes into 12. What's 4 missing to look like 12? He needs to be multiplied by 3. And what I do to the bottom, I do to the top. That looks like an 8. Sorry about that. I'm going to get 15n. 6 is missing the 2. I give the 2 and the 2, 2n. And the 12's missing nothing. So you can either just go, oh, 7n, or you could tell yourself times by 1, times by 1. But that's, I'm lazy. So we're ready to add up. 15 plus 2 is 17 plus 7 more, 24n over 12. Now, before I get to Yahoo myself, I got to say, can I cancel anything out? Can I reduce it? Factor, cancel, squish. I can't factor it, but I can reduce it. There are numbers that go into 24 and 12. What if I pick badly and I started with like 2? I get 2n over 6. That's good. Could I do another number? Yeah, 2 again. So I'm at 6n over 3. Can I do another number? 3 does. So I get 2n over 1. Could I have started with 12 and got right to the right answer? Sure. Do I need the 1 on the bottom? I do not, right? But do me a favor. On these, if you don't pick well at the beginning, that's okay. Just keep going. Don't stop, right? Just keep going. Questions? No? Easy? Let's step up a little bit. You guys will like this. Okay, here we go. If you haven't written anything down yet, this would be the one to write one down because we're going to have to do a little bit more algebra here. Got a little bit of distribution to do here. So here we go. We need a common denominator, and it's got to include a number they both can fit into and all the letters that they all have. So what we're going to do on this one, a number that 6 and 9 both go into is going to be 18, and they both have x's. So we must include that as well, right? If there was an x and a y, we'd have to include that as well, right? That denominator has to represent everyone, right? So what this guy is missing to look like this guy, he needs to be multiplied by 3. And here's where you need to be careful. I am multiplying by 3, but really I'm distributing. I'm doing that, right? So nice and careful here. We're going to get 9x minus 6 on the top. And this guy's missing the 2. And again, I'm really not just timesing by 2. I'm distributing that 2. So I'm going to get 10x plus 2. So now I just combine everything. 9x plus 10x, like terms, 19x, negative 6 and 2, negative 4 over 18x. Here's the first one that makes me super, super sad and disappointed. I can't do anything else. I can't factor it. I can't cancel. That answer sucks. But there you go. Is that okay?
So you leave it like that.
I leave it like that. Because it would have been nice if that had been like a 16. I could have taken out some stuff or anything. But 19 is a sucking number. Oh, thank you so much. Who's this for? I told you, man, they were looking for you, baby. Okay. So here we go. Next one. I think this is our last one. I like this one. And it's one of my favorite ones. Let me show you this before you, can you hold off on doing this for a second? There's one in your homework that looks like this. It looks like this, 4 over x plus 7 over x squared. And here's what I need you to think about real quick. Everyone's watching this one. When I do this problem, kids will say this. Oh, you know what this guy's missing to look like this guy? He's missing the 2. But he's not missing the 2. What is he actually missing? Aiden, did you just say it? He's missing an x, right? Because in real life, this guy looks like this, XX, and this guy just has 1. So my common denominator has to fit everybody. So it's XX is my denominator. He's got everything. He's missing an x. So I want you to be really careful when we do this problem. he's not really missing the 2. He's missing the x. So let's go ahead and do this last one, and then I'm shutting up, and then maybe if we have time, we'll play our game. Yay. Okay. Oh, yes, yes, I promise. How about this? I promise. So I know, I'm such a bad mom. Well, my husband always says, we'll see. So here's what we're going to do. My denominator, let's start with the numbers. I need a number that 6 and 4 would both go into. 12, you're so good. And this is really XX, and this is an X. I need to include the letters and the most of them. So if this is X squared, I got to include that. So XX or X squared, it's up to you how you write it. I like doing it like this because it helps me remember what to give these guys. So this guy is just missing the timesing by 3. So times by 3, times by 3. So I'm going to get 6. Are we good? Mm-hmm. This guy is missing a 2 and an X. He's missing 2 things. So I got to give him a 2X and a 2X. Now, we got a little bit of work to wrap this guy up. First thing is we can't do anything with the 6 and the 2X. They're not like terms, but we like letters first, numbers second. So let's write it like this. 2x plus 6 over 12x squared. Am I done? No, I got to factor cancel squish if I can. So let's take a look at the top. Can I suck anything out of the top? Look, oh wait, I'm so excited. I got my vacuum. He's vacuuming out right there. He's going to vacuum out a 2, and I'm left with x plus 3 over 12x squared. The 2 and the 12 can cancel. So that goes away, and that becomes a 6. I can't do my x's because this guy is married and this guy is a single person. So my answer to this problem is x plus 3 over 6x squared. And that is as bad as it gets. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to pass out the homework. I'm going to talk to you for a hot minute. Then we're going to play a game. We're going to have some fun. So goodbye, COVID people. That was only like 13 minutes. That wasn't bad. Sometimes they're long.